Hello and welcome to day 17 of 30 days of healing. Let's do some sage today. How are we feeling? Had a lot of things going on lately personally. Let's not burn myself with the sage. I apologize. I am a little congested. But we're gonna roll with it. And we're gonna use a badass bitch deck today. There's been a lot coming up around grief and loss, which I think is an important thing to talk about, especially whenever we're in the holiday season and dealing with our own memories of people, things of that nature. So I think it's important to remember that grief is a feeling that we all go through in different stages of life and different understandings. And it's one of those things that is also necessary for growth and expansion and being able to feel through life, you know? It's not something we like to talk about, and it's not something that is easy to go through, but it's a necessary process in life. And as we move forward, sometimes we go through grief of losing people that we thought would be in our lives, of fur babes and friends, of family that is no longer with us. And that's just a part of life, you know. It doesn't make it easy, but in the end, it is worth it to honor the stages of grief and honor the process, for sure. Either recent dealings with grief. One, I had a memory come up of my Jima, which was one of my favorite people in the world. And she left us early 2020 before the pandemic really hit. And that was a really hard time for me, even though we knew it was coming and had known for a while because of her health issues. That doesn't make it any easier when it does actually happen, you know. So, but working through that and working through the process and the stages, and having a good support system really helped shape who I am today, but also realize my own patterns when it comes to grief and loss. So, with that being said, we have the Eight of Pentacles today, Spider in the Spider Web, the Mother of Pentacles, and the Sun. I love that it's just like a burst of energy and light, which is what the Sun is. It's happiness. It's going through hard stuff and coming out on top and seeing the sunshine. The sun will come out tomorrow, right? So if we look at the Eight of Pentacles with the spider in the middle, sometimes we can get caught up in our own webs of thought and our own process and get kind of tangled in a web. I just heard web of lies. And that's not always the case, but sometimes we get entangled with situations that we overthink about, We get tangled up in situations that we thought would have a different ending than what actually happens. Sometimes we get tangled up in the way we think things should go or be, and it doesn't end up being that way. And I think that's why the Mother of Pentacles also shows up. Sorry for the sniffles. Because she is nurturing and loving and protective, especially when it comes to stability, which is a lot of what Pentacles talks about, because it is the earth sign, the material things, the stability and growth. And I feel like she's showing up in this reading because it is time to be nurtured and nurture yourself, as she's nurturing her little babe and taking care of them. So the spiritual mother, or our own mother, or someone we identify with ourselves as the mother, can take care of us and help unweave the tangled web that we get into. Because once that can happen, the sun can shine, right? Got 4 doves there. And once we can get through that and accept the nurturing, we can move forward with strength and power in our light and let our light shine bright and beautiful. Let's see what the Badass Bitch deck has to say. This is a deck that I created with my bestie. I'll probably get some art done and get actual cards, but for now, we just have a go-to, which I think is awesome. And it's a lot of fun to use, and it calls you out, and yeah. She got cardstock for me last night so I could make my own copy. Ooh, interesting. So expect a call, text, or email from someone from your past, which I think with Venus retrograde coming up this weekend, talking about our relationships and how we relate with the world, that could, a lot of past people can come up, maybe a 5D lover. And poking the bear. Sometimes we have to just let things happen, sit back and observe, rather than poking at something until you get a reaction, right? Excuse me. So that is what I have in terms of cards. And then, and yes, I'm filming this in the daytime, so you get to see me in the sunlight with my congestedness, so I apologize. It has to go away eventually, right? Right. Let's go ahead and get into a comfortable position. If you're sitting, make sure both your feet are on the ground, nothing crossed. If you're laying down, that's cool too. You can always pause this video if you wanted to start some music. Go ahead and close your eyes. Take some deep breaths in. Relax your shoulders. And receive that nurturing from Spirit and the spiritual mother. Let yourself be enveloped in love. If you're going through grief and loss at this time, know that that's okay. Know that you are loved. Know that it's okay to feel sad and distraught and hurt. But also understand that day by day, baby steps, if you will, it will slowly get easier. It is never easy to lose someone. And I honor that within you. Go ahead and start to return to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll your shoulders and your hips. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And I was reminded of an oil that can help with grief stuff. Give me a moment. I have a big, huge oil shelf over here. Oil problems. Here we go. There's an oil blend by doTERRA called Console. This is the roller blend, the roller ball blend version. And it has patchouli, ylang ylang, amorous, rose, osmanthus. A lot of really good, like, loving, calming oils. And I like putting it on Lung points and heart points. And you can put it up here, right by your clavicle. And it's just a really good oil to help you process through that grief and feel consoled, especially if you are feeling very emotional or even emotionally unstable. That's okay, that happens. But that helps you process through the grief, especially when it comes to lung points, because a lot of people can get a cold or sinusy stuff, things like that, when they're processing through grief. It's just a way for the body to react. So whenever you are using something like a console oil or some type of oil blend that helps you feel consoled, feel like a big warm hug type of thing, or help you process through those sad, angry, depressed waves of emotions, it can help you move forward slowly but safely. So hopefully that is helpful, and that is all I have for today. So I hope you enjoy this. Likes, comments, shares, subscribes are appreciated, and I'll talk to you next time.